Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Mom's Day to all of the moms out there. The human moms, the animal moms, the pet moms, the dad moms, all the moms. If you mother anything, you count Happy Mother's Day. There we go. So, hope you're off to a fine start on this Sunday. We have a card deck we haven't seen in quite a while. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. Glad you are here. Happy Mother's Day. Mother Earth. Yes, happy Mother's Day to Mother Earth. So, Mom's Day all the way around. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome, welcome. We'll let everybody start rolling in, and it looks like my names are rolling and my counter is keeping up. Pretty scary. The cosmos must be in a good roll today. We shall see. So, what all was I going to tell you? Because like I sit here and I'm kind of thinking through in my mind, what do we need to talk about today? And this card in particular, there were some things that popped into my head right off the bat in terms of things to be pointed out. So let's start with some breathing and some tapping, just to center ourselves right here, right now. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Good morning, Ruth Ann. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Coming into right here, right now. Grounded in Mother Earth. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. There. Thank you for the sunshine. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. I think we're going to be into the 70s, which for me, that's pretty good. I don't like it getting too much hotter than that. We've got a couple of 80-degree days coming, which is not my wheelhouse. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. Glad you're here. So the air conditioner will be being ensconced in its window one of these days. So as I said, Soul Coaching Deck by Denise Lynn. What your soul wants you to know. What your soul wants you to know. Are you feeling curious about what your soul wants you to know? And I think this is an interesting card because I am going to expand on it way beyond what we usually do with this particular word. Success. Success. And it says, success fills my life in ways beyond my greatest expectations. And one of the ways it fills your life way beyond your greatest expectations is through doing so in ways that you may not even consider under the heading of success. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome, welcome. Happy Mother's Day. 95. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. You can keep that. That would not work for me. And when my sister lived in Texas, it was like go from the air-conditioned house to the air-conditioned car to the air-conditioned building, wherever we were going, back to the air-conditioned car. No, 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 no. I'm more of a seasonal person. That works better for me. And isn't it wonderful that there are people who experience and enjoy different kinds of climate, and we have variety to offer, at least for now. So, success. Let's hear what Denise Lynn says about success, and then we'll go from there. Success, card meaning, inner and outer success is coming your way. So there's a great start to looking at success beyond what we typically perceive. Usually when we think of success, we think of money, we think of power, we think of status, we think of a limited range of things. However, is not the person who is joyful in life, regardless of what they have for resources, is that person not successful? Yes. This is flowery language here. You ready? The gates of triumph are waiting to open deep and wide for you. And again, she says deep and wide, calling us to think beyond our typical definitions of success, right? Accept that you're already a winner, and even more victories will expand in your life. And good morning, Mel. Same to you, same to you. Although, again, I'm going to say this because not all of you were on here at the beginning. All of the human moms, all of the dog moms, all of the dad moms, if you mother anything, happy Mother's Day. I don't care. Maybe you have houseplants. Happy Mother's Day. There you are. So, that idea of being a winner, in my mind, that does not, it's not a either or. You're a winner or you're a loser. No, 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 no. Everyone can win in their own unique ways. What constitutes a win for me may actually seem like a loss to somebody else, vice versa. So we each get to define what our specific wins are and how we want to celebrate them, because I think the celebration is a huge piece. When I coach with people, one of the first things I teach them as we're going through the form, this is the form I fill out every time. I will send it to you with my notes. One of the first things we do is, so what's working for you? What successes have you had? What are you happy and grateful for? Starting off on a positive foot. Starting off on a positive foot every single session. And once in a while, if I miss asking the question, people are a little shook because they look forward to having the opportunity to report the things that were going well for them. So sometimes they'll point it out, sometimes they'll wait till the end of the session, and then we do it at the end. But people want their opportunity to talk about, these are the things that are going well for me. So your soul wants you to know, being successful is a state of mind. Yes, 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 yes. We read that one story in Outrageous Openness where the woman had millions of dollars, 5 homes, blah, 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 and she never felt successful. And the other woman who had next to nothing in terms of tangible things, but the resources in her mind were huge, and she was highly satisfied with her life. Who's the winner there? Who's the winner there? Being successful is a state of mind. The more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune will pour into your life. And I bet if I asked you all now, what falls under those categories? Love, prosperity, fame, and fortune. And then you'd probably add some other categories, right? Satisfaction. Satisfaction's a great category of success, don't you think? All kinds of things. Gratitude can be a great category of success. There's much more to it, right? If a situation knocks you over, get up and brush yourself off and discover what you learned. Little kids are very good at that. Something doesn't work, they're learning to walk, they land on their butt, they're learning to whistle, it doesn't sound the way they want it to sound yet, they're learning to ride a bike, they fall off. They do it again. They do it again and again and again until it becomes habit. We can do the same thing with the grown-up versions of learning to whistle, ride a bike, walk. Okay? You aren't a failure if you fall down, only if you stay down. And I'm going to change that. I don't think we're ever a failure. We are never a failure. We are a divine child of God. We experience successes and failures. Sometimes what we label a failure, someone else would label a success. Mary Kay Ash always talked about failing forward to success, that every failure taught her something, and she tweaked what she was doing and improved and moved on. You certainly see that with regard to people who are highly adept at sports. They practice, 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 right? They don't view something as a failure, really, oftentimes. It's, what do I need to do differently? What did I learn from that? Etc. Those, in my mind, are very successful people, right? So keep going and believe in yourself. Celebrate even the smallest victories that occur in your life. What I like about that is you're celebrating all the way along then. Instead of, I have to wait until I accomplish this thing in exactly the right way that I thought it ought to be accomplished, then I'll a little bit. No. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy with the applause for yourself, with the celebrations for yourself, with the positive attitude about each step along the way. Celebrate each step along the way. Again, the affirmation is success fills my life in ways beyond my greatest expectations. So, what are your expectations for success right now? How are you doing? Yes, celebrating what is. Exactly. Exactly. So, what are you celebrating right now? Some people struggle with Mother's Day. They do. Because they've got that narrow little view. Well, I never had children, so therefore. No, 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 no. Again, hopefully all of us have maternal leanings. Celebrate those maternal leanings. Perhaps you're a master gardener. You're nurturing plants. Celebrate that. Perhaps you have a fur baby that you mother. Celebrate that. Yes, the mother energy. And all of us have it. Some are not exercising it very much, but we all have it. And frankly, the more we exercise it and the more we create some balance with that father energy, the more well-rounded we all are, the happier we're all going to be. So let's step into this. Today is a fabulous day to celebrate the mother energy. Wherever you find it, wherever you feel it, step into that. Let's see what happens. So have an awesome Sunday. Have an awesome Mother's Day. Celebrate just being you. That is worthy of celebration. I send you all some good energy. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.